There's been a lot of people who have died in conflicts with ethnicity involved. People who have had their heads severed, their skulls cracked. And a good point of reference has to do with how the same activities are being accomplished in the system described as progress now. Culture. And a lot of people who like to say who they are, where they're from, how they got there, what they did when they did what they did now. And most importantly, how they enjoy their stimulus. Where they take their stimulus and the stimulus itself. The culture has the stimulus. This culture provides the stimulus to people in the form of meth and crack and cocaine and some drugs and some weed. And then they give some beer, and then they go ride their skateboards back and forth, and they have their dreadlocks on the corner, and they yell out, "What the fuck, bitch?" And then they give the bitch a fentanyl and some heroin in the arm. And this culture with this stimulus, they learn about the mind and behavior. They have calm and precision. They watch the people who set the limits for the stimulus they adore. They carry their flags from Mexico and they say they love Allah. They love their country with their cloth and their colors. And the people who set the limits for these parameters are against their religion, are against their faith, and destroy their beliefs for their machismo, for their glorious faces and their feetsy-weetsies. They take this stimulus they call racism. They suck it down with the straw and they shove it in their stomach and their gut with a piece of bread and some butter. They pan fry in oil and they cook some chicken in the pot. They smash their tomatoes and they love their nachos. And denounce anyone who sets limits on these ideas, these beautiful, courageous, and honorable traditions. Making a house with crack and some Barbies who smoke some meth and love their daddies who snort some cocaine. And the culture of this stimulus and this consciousness from what they explain in their words, in their pictures, in their images, in their videos, in their paintings, and their shirts are what their hats say. When their mouths are too busy swallowing the pill and sucking and shoving their pleasure and their desire into their throats and their mouths, so their tongues lick and stroke the bits and the pieces they miss with their lips. now. And the culture says there's no where to go when the people saying what's in front of the eyes can't speak, and they have to start using their bodies to gesture as if the birds and the planes have gone and left and abandoned their massacre now. And those thugs and those gangster nasty police are an afternoon annoyance while they're preparing for war and they're getting ready to take over the next big reward for their stimulus for the consciousness of all mankind and all the little tiny animals they provide with their gifts and their intelligence for paranoia and magic and witchcraft and exuberant flying insects. To destroy the limits they say are bothering them and preventing their increase and duration of their high and their buzz and their emotional plea for sex. And imagination and their artistic flick to flatter and get rid of the chatter outside of the batter who's ready to hit the ball over the fence and catch the touchdown now! Hooray! Good. Fantastic. What a charade. What you've made now.